These are 100 facts you didn't know about the Amazing Digital Circus. The creator of the Amazing Digital Circus is Gooseworks. Gooseworks is a 29-year-old girl, and her real name is Cooper Smith Goodwin. Gooseworks writes all of the videos herself, and she also voices Bubble in the show. It turns out that the Amazing Digital Circus was not going to be renewed for season 2, and they were thinking about keeping it at just one season. But after looking at the views after just releasing the pilot episode, they decided to greenlight season 2. The Amazing Digital Circus is dubbed into 14 different languages, already making it a globally watched show. Speaking of being globally watched, the Amazing Digital Circus community is super strong, with people coming from all over the world to show their love for the show. Gooseworks says that on average, an episode will last between 20 and 25 minutes. Most likely, the frequency and release of episodes will be very low due to production difficulties. Gooseworks has confirmed that we are going to get a full season of the Amazing Digital Circus, and there is going to be 8 episodes in every season. Because of the infrequency we have seen with other series like Murder Drones, it's likely that we aren't going to see season 2 for a very long time. But what little hope we do have for these new episodes of the show is the fact that Gooseworks confirmed that the entire first season is already written out. But I don't think that matters too much, because the biggest bottleneck in production is the animation process, because this high quality animation takes a very long time. The creator of the Amazing Digital Circus is against Rule 34, although she understands it's everywhere. Initially, Gooseworks said that we will never know how old the characters are, with Jax and Zooble being 22, Pomni being 25, Gangle being 26, Ragatha is 30, and Kinger is 48. The series itself is not for children, but rather teenagers and older, although it is made in a way to be watched by kids. When Gooseworks was asked for an exact age demographic, she said that the show is intended for weird people in their 20s. But the show is going to stay safe for kids to watch, and also Glitch is trying to appeal to the biggest audience possible to try to get their money back for the huge costs of the show. Zooble is one of Gooseworks' favorite characters. Her design is inspired off the Zolo toy, which is a popular toy in the 2000s. Zooble also looks a lot like Gooseworks' avatar on YouTube. This goes to show even more why Gooseworks likes Zooble so much. The Amazing Digital Circus's pilot was released on October 13th of 2023. The first ever teasers of the show were posted to Gooseworks' YouTube channel on January 27th of 2023, almost a year before the actual show came out. The Amazing Digital Circus is posted to Glitch's YouTube channel, and Glitch is in charge of all of the animation, Gooseworks being in charge of writing and voice actors. There are many fan channels for the Amazing Digital Circus, most of which being content farm channels that make low quality animations with characters to clickbait fans into watching their videos. Speaking of content farm channels, Gooseworks has said that she does not watch any fan content, mostly because all of it is trash. She's also specified that she does not watch theory videos. Even though she said that, she commented on my friend's Circus Masters video, so clearly this is not true. This makes me believe that Gooseworks does not stay true to her word, and all of the information she gave us could be false, and she could just be trolling the fan base. The Amazing Digital Circus won the 2023 Annie Awards, which is basically an award for having the best animation, and in my opinion, this is well deserved. Glitch Productions has posted a lot of teasers of the Amazing Digital Circus on Twitter, and Gooseworks has also posted a ton of facts about the show on Tumblr. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot, because she posts like 50 times a day. Seriously, it's hard to keep up with all of it. Gooseworks has said that there is a whole nother side to Pomni that we just haven't seen yet, which makes me wonder what Pomni is hiding from us. Gooseworks also said that the Gloink Queen will not be in future episodes of the show. This makes sense because it seems like she was just an NPC character in the game. The Amazing Digital Circus is already the biggest indie animated show on YouTube, even with it only being a couple months old. There are 8 characters so far in the Amazing Digital Circus. We have Pomni, Jax, Kane, Bubble, Gangle, Ragatha, Kinger, and even Zooble. And every single one of these characters has a different voice actor. Lizzie Freeman is the voice of Pomni, Michael Kovac voices Jax, Alex Rachan voices Kane, Cooper Smith voices Bubble, Amanda Hufford voices Ragatha, Sean Shiplock voices Kinger, Marissa Lenti voices Gangle, and Ashley Nichols voices Zooble. Apparently, Jax can take his mask off, which reveals a yellow sort of creepy endoskeleton under it. It also turns out that Jax is Gooseworks' favorite character to draw. When someone asked, if you could describe the Amazing Digital Circus as food, what would it be? And Gooseworks replied with a microwaved peat. Gooseworks said that Pomni's teeth in this cursed image will return in episode 2 and 3. It turns out that Kaufmo's door is the only room that has a bell on it. I wonder why this could be, and if this potentially has anything to do with his abstraction. This may seem like a really random fact, but Jax hates corn. Sorry, I just had to throw this one in here. When Gooseworks was asked what is one random line Jax will say in the next episode, Gooseworks replied with, "Aw, no more ramming?" I wonder what this could mean. Gooseworks described all of the future episodes in the season with these words. Episode 2 is boy, episode 3 is damn. Episode 4 is haha. Episode 5 is guns. Episode 6 is huh. Episode 7 is oh. And episode 8 is what? That infers that episode 8 is going to be left on a huge cliffhanger and potentially will upset the fans. When Gooseworks was asked, quote, if you were transported to the Amazing Digital Circus, what would your initial reaction be? And Gooseworks replied with become Jax. At one point in development, the creator thought that the show might be good in 2D, but this decision was quickly discarded because 3D just fits the show a lot better. If Kaufmo was still alive, Gooseworks said that Pomni and Kaufmo would have gotten along great, and this makes sense because they are both clown archetypes that wanted to escape the circus. When Gooseworks was asked what she is most excited about working on in the Amazing Digital Circus, she said making people sad, so it makes you wonder what the rest of these episodes will be about. Apparently Pomni is really good at accounting, and no, I didn't just make that up, although I wonder why Gooseworks would say this. It just seems really random. Gooseworks confirmed that we will eventually see the inside of every character's room, which will be very interesting to see. We already know what the inside of Pomni, Kaufmo, Jax, and Gengel's rooms look like, just leaving Kinger, Zubul, and potentially Kane if he has one. Gooseworks said that she likes to lie for fun sometimes, so that means that all of our theories could be wrong if she is actually lying about everything, but for some reason, I doubt she's doing that. For everything, at least, I would hope. When asked what episode of the Amazing Digital Circus she is most excited for, she said episode 3. I wonder what will happen in this episode. Gooseworks confirmed that Kinger and Queenie aren't siblings, which leads me to believe that they are a couple, but we will have to wait and see if this is true. Apparently, Zubul was a tattoo artist at one point. Interesting. Out of all the characters, Jax and Zubul are the most likely to have had an emo phase. Kinger knows how to play chess. This one is pretty obvious though. I mean, he is a chess piece. Although we all know he isn't the smartest.
Impenetrable fortress!
Gooseworks has said that her least favorite character to draw is Ragatha, and I can kinda see why this is because she's one of the most detailed characters. Gooseworks got the inspiration for Pomni from a jester, but this makes a lot of sense because she literally is a jester. The Amazing Digital Circus is an isekai, which is a subgenre of anime that involves a character getting transported into an imaginary world. Gooseworks had the most fun designing Zubul's character. Gooseworks has said that Zubul would give the worst hug, and I can 100% see why this is true. When asked how Kinger eats, Gooseworks replied with this. Apparently Pomni's first name, Extetica, is an inside joke, and there is no deeper meaning to it. The animation software Maya and Unreal were used to animate the Amazing Digital Circus. The thumbnail for the pilot episode matches this frame of Kane taking Pomni for a tour around the circus. Jax was supposed to be a girl, and Pomni was supposed to be a guy, and in this image right here, it shows Jax being mad that there's more girls than guys in the Amazing Digital Circus. According to Gooseworks, Gengel is 26 years old, loves to draw, and has a bunch of masks. Kane is AI, therefore he has no age because he has existed as long as the circus itself. Bubble is an artificial intelligence created by Kane to help him do tasks and keep himself sane in the circus. Bubble's favorite food is vomit, as shown in this clip right here.
Whoa! Clean up on aisle U!
I'm on it, boss!
Why are you like this?
Jax and Kane are two characters that like to break the fourth wall, but all the other characters stay on script. Kane has hundreds of all-seeing eyes, which doesn't have much significance in the pilot, but I wonder if it'll play a part later in the show. Kane and Bubble are a reference to the biblical brothers Cain and Abel. There is also another reference to that when Pomni is running through the hallways and the camera pans up to a sign that says CNA. Gooseworks herself voiced a character in the pilot episode. She voiced Bubble, but it's her voice with a filter that makes it higher pitch. And it's kind of funny to think that Bubble is a boy, even though Gooseworks, who plays him, is a girl. And apparently, according to Gooseworks, Bubble is her least favorite character. Many think that the tallest member of the circus is Jax, but if you don't count his ears, Kinger is actually the tallest. Ragatha's design is based off the Raggedy Ann doll. Kinger constantly talks about an insect collection, which honestly doesn't surprise me at all coming from Kinger. We never meet Kaufmo in his normal form, which makes me wonder what Kaufmo would have acted like. I wonder if we will ever get to meet him one day. If you look closely at the doors in the hall, you can see a black chess piece that is crossed off. This character is theorized to be Kinger's wife. Members of the Amazing Digital Circus don't need to eat or sleep in order to survive, but most of them choose to anyways just to pass the time and have a slightly normal routine. There have been many other characters who have abstracted in the Amazing Digital Circus, because we see a lot of other eyes in the basement when Kane sends Kaufmo down. Gooseworks confirmed that the maze sequence we see with Pomni running through the offices is inspired by the Stanley Parable. Speaking of the maze sequence, it has been speculated that the VR headset we see on the desk with the computer is the VR headset that Pomni used to get into this world. Glitch posted this picture of Gengal's room, showing that she has a lot of different masks for her different emotions. One of these masks being the emotion dorsalessness, and this emotion is from the video made by Gooseworks called Blue Channel Taliesin. It is a creepypasta type video that shows many different human emotions. If you look closely on the doors, you can see that over 10 people have been abstracted. They are already selling merch of some characters in the show. The characters that they are selling are Jax, Kane, and Pomni. I wonder if they will ever sell the other ones in the future. Lizzie Freeman and Elsie Lovelock have both voiced the character Meggie, making Pomni the second character that they've shared. This is quite the coincidence, but also an interesting story. Pomni's current name is currently unknown, but I have a feeling we are going to find out what it is very soon. Kinger's eye color is teal blue, which in real life is a really rare eye color with only 8 to 10% of people having blue eyes. Kinger has a very short attention span. After Zooble is spat out by the Gloink Queen, Kinger asked if she experienced a game show ending. This is a reference to Gastrel Giveaway in segments of Little Runmo and Elaine the Bounty Hunter, some of Gooseworks' previous projects. Kinger also has a very slow reaction time, and often doesn't notice someone until a few seconds after they approach him. Something weird about Jax is when he speaks, he often doesn't open his mouth all the way, just moving his lips. But however, during the pilot episode, we get to see Zooble strangle Jax with her arm, and this confirms that his mouth can open. Jax can be considered an antagonist because of all the mischief he gets up to, and Jax acts similar to a 14-year-old boy, so if he's currently 22, that means he has been trapped in the circus for a whole 8 years. But hey, look at that, you made it to the end of the video. So if you liked this video, then you should click on this one on screen right here.